Hello, this is Adam Jr. from Systematic Front, and this is going to be round 1 of the Game Changer Tournament. So EA invited me and 7 other Game Changers to take part in this tournament. It's going to be going on for a couple months, which is very cool, very exciting, and we're going to see what happens. This first round is Ultimate Freeze themed, and so we were told to build teams from Ultimate Freeze players. But we were given restrictions. So, for example, we were allowed to take any Bo Jackson that we wanted, but we could only take one Bo Jackson. So we had to pick whether or not we wanted halfback, wide receiver, tight end, safety, or kick returner as our Bo Jackson. And that was considered a tier 1 pick. A tier 2 pick was any one of the 98 ghosts, and we were allowed 3 total ghosts on our team. So whether it's a past, present, or future ghost, we were allowed to have 3 total, any combination of past, present, future. Tier 3 we're allowed to choose from. We were allowed to choose 4 of the 96s that were released. So those cards, the Ben Roethlisbergers, the Freeze Masters. So we were allowed to choose 4 of the 96s. And then finally, to round out, we were allowed to choose 7 of tier 4 players, which were just the basic UF Elites, Ultimate Freeze Elites. So we were allowed to have 7 Ultimate Freeze Elites, 4 96s, 3 Ghosts, and then 1 Bo Jackson. Now, if you do the math on how it all breaks down, is you were then left with an incomplete team that basically you could only fill out with just base cards that you happen to pull in packs that were awarded, because EA buffed the accounts immediately from, just being started to level 50, and in that reward process, you were given all pro packs and things like that, and so basically you could use whatever you got from those packs to fill out the rest of your team. So there's a lot of gold players, not very many elites from that, and just some bronze players too. So I'm going to go ahead and show you what I built and go a little bit into why I built it the way that I did. The first thing that I looked at with it is I wanted to make sure that, first of all, on offense, I wanted to make sure that I had a good quarterback, I wanted a good halfback, a good tight end, a good slot receiver, and a good wide receiver 1. So outside of that, and I think that that's 5 positions, if I'm thinking through that right. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 positions that I wanted on offense. Everything else on offense I did not care about. So I went ahead and as my quarterback, I took Matt Ryan. And it was really tough to take Matt Ryan because there were some really good, fast, just high throw power, high accuracy quarterbacks in the to choose from. But the reason I went with Matt Ryan was mainly because when I was looking at his stats, I misread them, and I thought it said he had 96 throw power, and that was not true. So when I finally actually got the team and I saw like 90 throw power, I was like, oops. So I was kind of stuck with him at that point. I don't know if I would have chosen a different quarterback. I guess we'll kind of see how it plays out in the tournament itself, but I thought Matt Ryan was better than he was. What really I did like about him, though, is his throwing accuracy stat by itself was a lot lower than his throwing short throwing accuracy, whatever, medium and deep. Where from what I've read about actual gameplay stats, the throwing accuracy stat really only applies to a CPU-controlled quarterback, where the user-controlled quarterback is going to use the stats like, throwing accuracy short, throwing accuracy medium, throwing accuracy deep. So the reason why that's good is because it's not basically if you're going to have a 80 overall player, an 85 overall player, whatever he is, if you're going to have an 85 overall player, any overall player, you want the stats that are giving him his overall to also be relevant in gameplay so that you are progressing in both overall and in gameplay. And so Matt Ryan really seemed to do that. Another reason I really liked Matt Ryan is because he only had 80 base speed, and you hear people talk all the time about how speed is so important at quarterback. You need a fast quarterback, And I don't believe that, you know, like I really believe that you can take any quarterback and you can bust off, you know, long runs with them, and you know, like the defense will let you do that. So I'm excited about showing that in this tournament, in this round. I really want to be able to, you know, get off at least a long run or two with Matt Ryan. So that's my goal. It is nice that the UF, he had 90 throw power. Bo Jackson obviously boosted him to 92, and then, you know, his accuracy stats, 94 on the short, 93 on the mid accuracy, and then 91 on the deep accuracy. Those are pretty good. So I was pretty excited about that. I've kind of from my understanding, I've read that the accuracy stats are percentages of, you know, how often they'll be accurate within those ranges. So, you know, low mid 90s is perfectly fine with me. I think that's great. I went with Todd Gurley at halfback. He has 100 speed, which was awesome. You know, he's also boosted by Vick, and then he's boosted by Vo. Spoiler alert, I did get Vick, but I wanted to go to halfback. I wanted a fast halfback so that on 2-point conversions I could convert those, because in a tournament like this where, you know, there's really not going to be relevant game plans just because of the way that it was set up, you really have to make sure that you're hitting your 2-point conversions. I did not want to lose do not want to lose to you know, some sort of tie-breaking formula, so I really wanted to make sure that I had a fast halfback who could hit my 2-point conversions on strong eye halfback toss. At wide receiver 1, I had Brandon Cooks. There were, of course, great wide receivers in this promo. That being said, you know, Brandon Cooks boosts to 95 speed, and that's exciting for me because, you know, with that and the limited number of fast defenders on the field, he really should be able to break loose, do a good job. I'm okay with a short receiver at wide receiver 1, so I really wasn't bothered there. And by, you know, kind of taking these core pieces on offense, you know, from tier 4 and still are serviceable to the needs that I have on offense, you know, really allows me to take my higher tier selections and put them on defense. Because as noted, since game plans aren't really going to be a factor in this tournament, I really have to rely on good defensive personnel to make stops. So that's what I did. That being said, on both tight end and then slot, you know, I throw to those a lot. I really did not want to skimp on tight end and slot. I took Rob Gronkowski at tight end. I am the ultimate Patriots hater. I hate the Patriots, but you have to take the Gronk card. It's just too good. 96 speed, 97 strength, 98 catch, and just a big frame target that can box out defenders. Gronk always outperforms expectations. Had to get him. On the other side, I have Jimmy Graham at the slot, another big target, and even faster at 98 speed, and then 100 strength, so 87 catch in traffic, which is awesome. So big fan of the Jimmy Graham card. I'm glad that I got it. And outside of that, you know, that rolls out my offense. Brandon Cooks, Jimmy Graham, Todd Gurley, Matt Ryan, Rob Gronkowski. That's all that I needed. I had Stephon Diggs from the Brady camp. You know, if I knew that, you know, that was going to be used in the tournament, you know, I would have picked a different team to start. But have him at wide receiver 2, there's not a lot I do at wide receiver 2, so he's just kind of going to be there boosting my mediocre offensive overall to 80, where without him there, it would be let's see, it would be really quick. It would be, actually, it would still be 80, so that's interesting. So that's what I did on offense. On defense, I really wanted to, the positions that were most important to me were left outside linebacker, left end, and when I say left, it's the defense is left, and then the offense is right. So left outside linebacker, left defensive end, and then the strong safety. I went ahead and I took the safety, Bo Jackson. I believe that safety is the most important part, the most important position on the defense. When you have corner routes, you know, the safety is going to be the one who has to run them down. You need a fast safety if you're going to stop a lot of those broken routes. You know, safety is huge on, you know, stopping a you know, running back who's, you know, reached the second level of the defense. You need a strong safety. with a lot of go routes, the safety is there. You can pick those off and stop them. So definitely wanted that. Second to safety is left outside linebacker, so I was very excited to get TJ Watt. TJ Watt is a amazing card, 6'4", 6'5" frame, and a left outside linebacker is huge. And on top of that, he boosted 99 speed. So a big, strong, fast left outside linebacker who should do pretty well in both coverage and in pass rush. So very happy with TJ Watt. Probably the best ghost card in the entire promo. I feel very confident about that. Defensive end, I went ahead and I took Reggie White. Reggie White, it was really close whether I wanted to take Reggie White or if I wanted to take Michael Strahan. On my personal team, on my main account, I did actually take Michael Strahan. Here I did take Reggie White because he was a bit faster of a player, and that was important in the pass rush, where once you can boost both of them, that speed advantage just goes away. But here, where it's relevant, I wanted the faster player. I like the power moves boost. That being said, I did also like the boost on the agility boost on Strahan, because that's also going to be helping the offense. So it was really hard not to take Strahan there, but I did ultimately opt for Reggie White. That being said, I went ahead and I put Michael Vick at cornerback 1. And the reason I did that is I just wanted as fast of a cornerback there as possible. He boosted 99 speed, so if Mutt Wieners wants to try to beat me on deep go routes, Michael Vick should be able to stop that, so I definitely wanted to have him there. That being said, where I'm kind of nervous on my team is I didn't want to use a ghost selection, a tier 2 selection on a cornerback, whether that was Ramsey or Bailey. I didn't want to select either of those because while it'd be nice to guard against the go routes with this cornerback 2, cornerback 2 is really not going to be in gameplay much beyond that, so it just didn't seem that relevant. So I did downgrade to a tier 3 on the cornerback 2, but to make up for that, I did fit in Kevin Byard. Sorry, I'm probably mispronouncing his name. I put him at full safety. He should be strong against the run, 97 speed, so he should be pretty quick. He has pretty good strength at 92. That's awesome for a safety. He should really be able to get tackles and just limit the big play potential that they have, because what I want to do, I want to limit the big plays against both run and pass, and just force him to grind it out, because all Madden a lot of times will take care of players for you. Outside of that, the team was just filled out with UF Elites. I took as many tier 4 selections, I put them all into my defense, and I got up to an 86 overall defense. My defense was a lot stronger than my offense. I really wanted to have a strong of a defense as possible, and just a good enough offense to be serviceable to make things happen. So this is going to be the team that I'm working with. We'll see how it does. I'm really excited to use it, and I really hope that we can use this team to get past round 1. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate your support. I'm really excited for this tournament. I hope that you are too. I think it's a great way for the Game Changer community to reach out and just kind of have some fun and just kind of put a show on display for everyone, and hopefully just kind of all just learn and benefit from the game, and just also it's a great way to highlight these different promos. So I'm excited. I got to look and use players that I probably wouldn't have looked at too much otherwise, but other players might really like the cards that they see. So that's what I got. We'll go ahead and see you when round 1 starts. Thanks for watching.